want to introduce you to a few fundamentals of correct sitting. And the way to look at this is to think about biomechanics, how they affect the body. So these are the law of physics as they affect a living body. So it's very important to have this in the back of our minds as we think about proper sitting. So first of all, you need to be able to feel and see that your upper body, of course including your head, the shoulder girdle, your thorax, your pelvis, everything is aligned on top of the pelvis. And to be specific, on top of your sit bones. Now, most people kind of know where they are, but I'd like you to know them better, because that is what is bearing the weight of your upper body while you're sitting, and you're spending probably a lot of time in your life sitting. So use your hands and just put them quite closely, fingertips may even be touching, and sit on your hands, really. And you will quickly feel two kind of pointy bones. It can even be maybe tiny bit painful as you sit on them. This is the base of your spine. And I want you to wiggle a little bit. Kind of feel, wow, there's such a big movement. You make a small movement with your upper body, you shift your upper body a little bit to the right and to the left, and you see how much pressure comes onto one sit bone and how much pressure goes away from one of the sit bones. You know, if I kind of go to the right a little bit, there's tons of pressure on my right sit bone, and the left is a little bit lifted off the hand. So play with that a little bit. And also shift your upper body a bit backwards and forwards, and you might want to kind of rotate a little bit and see that there's a lot going on here on the base of your pelvis we usually never think about. But that is what we're sitting on when we sit well. You know, if we don't sit well, we do this. And now we're sitting on our coccyx, on our tailbone, and leaning in between our shoulder blades. So how do we know we're sitting well? First of all, you have to try and feel comfortable. So one of the important things is you're sitting without leaning back. So, you know, the back of my chair is far away. I'm sitting kind of on the edge of the chair. I'm looking at my legs, and my knees are on top of my ankles, on top of my feet. So I have a 90-degree angle between my knees, my feet, and my hips. So this is very important, which means that if I were to apply pressure on my knee, the pressure would go downward into the feet and it wouldn't hurt me. If I'm sitting with my feet behind my knees or in front of my knees, I lose stability. Stability is a really important thing to think about. So when I'm sitting like this, I'm stable. Approximately 55% of our body weight is in the upper body. Okay, so that's a lot of weight. And it has to be balanced somehow on the sit bones, those two sit bones that you felt before. Now, you don't want to sit upright in the sense that you don't want to sit with muscular tension. You want to sit there, but you want to feel that you're relaxed into that support that nature has given us, right? So you want to feel like your tummy is relaxed and your shoulders are relaxed. You don't have to do this because this is an overextension. Plus, ask yourself, would you be able to sit comfortably like this for half an hour? Probably not, but you could probably sit for quite a long time like this comfortably, assuming that your legs are at a 90-degree angle. Okay, that's the next one other aspect. I'm stable in the sense that what is stability? Two things. First of all, I can move in any direction with ease. I can also turn around. I can grab something. I can go forward and grab something. I can look in every direction with ease. So I'm stable also, because if you imagine that somebody came to push me as a surprise move. Now, we don't think of this because usually at our office we don't have to worry about that. But nature has made us so that we should be able to react well to this. So imagine somebody pushed my chair. Now I could easily rebalance. Whereas when I'm sitting like this and somebody were to push me, to be able to react well, I would first have to be able to get into my balance before I could react, and that would be too late. So this is an important aspect to think about: your balance and your stability. When your balance is good, you're stable and you can move in many directions. And the next thing I want to say about sitting is the angle of your legs. You should think that your knees are more or less at the same height than your hip joints. Your hip joints are a little bit above your sit bones and a little bit further out, maybe 10-12 centimeters. So you should see that your knee and your hip joints, which are in here deep, are more or less aligned. So this is very important for blood circulation. And you can, you can sit like this and can move around. Sometimes you want to maybe spread your legs a little bit. You want to look around. You can easily move. I can easily move to many directions. And so one little exercise we could do now is that I call this walking on the chair. And I have not yet met a person, including very elderly people who have back problems, severe back problems. I have not yet met a person who can't do this and who told me that they have pain when they do this. So basically, you shift your weight from the right to the left. Just play around with it. Notice that your stomach is relaxed and that you're breathing. If your stomach is relaxed, your breathing will be more relaxed. Your jaw can be relaxed. And then you just start moving, you shift from right to left, and then you just use that shift to walk backwards. So you're walking using your pelvis, and your legs are attached to the pelvis, but they're not really doing anything very active. Okay, so now you're in the back of the chair. You can take a quick rest, lean back, take a breather, and then come forward again. Now, everybody does this a little bit differently. You might want to use your shoulders a little bit more. You want to really engage your upper body. Just do it very freely and kind of enjoy the movement. Of course, if you think about your lower back, if you can take your attention for a moment to the lower back, you'll notice that as the hip is moving, of course, the lower back is getting a bit of a massage. So I want you to do it one more time. You go back. So basically, you're moving your pelvis perpendicularly all the time. You're going, diagonally, You go back and you come back to sitting. And now just to finish this, because I don't want to take too much time, put your hands there somewhere on your thighs where they're comfortable. And just slowly round your back, but think first of your pelvis going backwards and your belly button. You want to kind of push this in, be very gentle with yourself, and notice, of course, you're going to feel your spine is curving a little bit. Notice where your eyes want to go. And let your eyes go where they want to go. The eyes will probably automatically kind of shift a little bit downwards as if they wanted to see the pelvis. That's very natural. And now do it once or twice without looking, like keep your eyes horizontal, like far if you can look, far away. And you just bend and you keep your eyes focusing on an imagined horizon and see how that feels. Just do that once or twice and see if you feel any strain in your neck or if something changes. Take a breath. And then again, curve your spine. I want to say that better. Take your pelvis, let your pelvis roll back. Take your tummy, kind of wants to go inwards a little bit. And let your eyes go where they want to go. And see if that feels better and if it's easier. One more time. Okay, I want to add one small little movement, which is very good for the vertebrae of your upper thorax, the upper back. So you stretch your arms out to the side as if you were holding a big ball. Imagine you're holding a big ball. Notice If you're straining your pelvis because you're preparing for a movement, be relaxed. Let your stomach be relaxed and let your pelvis be relaxed. It's easier said than done. Now just hug yourself. Again, you don't want to strain. You don't want to overdo it and get strain in your neck. You just hug yourself gently and you just rotate to the right and to the left. To the right and to the left. Notice if your pelvis is moving with you. If your pelvis is moving with you, which I hope it is, you will feel that one knee sliding forward and one knee is sliding backward. Try not to strain your arms at all. Open your arms again and change the way that you hug yourself from the automatic way to the non-automatic way. Feels a little strange in the beginning. And just right and left very gently, and if you want you can make it a little bit faster, but keep it soft. No need to get anywhere with this. Take your attention and your awareness to the vertebrae of your spine between the shoulder blades and think about the movement there. And now if you want a few times, you take your head in the opposite direction of your shoulders and your chest. And then you unify the movement again and do what comes more naturally, of course, which is a more functional movement. To the right, to the left. Release everything. Take a deep breath. See if your tummy can be free. And that's it for today. I'll keep posting lessons, which I hope will help you and do you good. Enjoy the rest of your day.